Right now you might be telling yourself, I'm fine, but your body knows better. If you're here for part 1 of our Confidence Booster series, you're already taken the hardest step, admitting that losing your job shook you more than you expected. And if you're like most people, your first instinct was probably to push through, stay strong, and get back to normal as quickly as possible. I get it. I did the same thing. But here's what I learned the hard way. When you try to suppress emotions that come with job loss, your body keeps score. And it's not pretty. Today we are talking about why just getting over it doesn't work. What's really happening when you try to push through, and why feeling your emotions, even the messy ones, is the fastest path to getting your confidence back. I'm Elizabeth, and this is part 1. Feel it to heal it, or in other words, stop saying I'm fine. Your body knows better. Let's be honest about what pushing through actually looks like after job loss. Maybe you're telling everyone you're fine, while your mind races at 3 a.m. replaying every conversation from your last day at work. Maybe you're keeping busy with applications and networking, but you can't concentrate on anything more than 5 minutes. Or maybe you're snapping at your family or your dog over small things, then feeling guilty because they are not the problem. Sounds familiar? Here's what's really happening when you suppress emotions after a major life disruptions like job loss, redundancy, or letting you go. You're not making them disappear. You're just pushing them underground, where they mess with everything else. Psychological research, including studies from the American Psychological Association, shows that suppressing emotions after stressful experiences can raise your stress levels, contribute to increase in blood pressure, and reduce your memory, performance, and concentration. Suppression doesn't protect you. It actually makes things worse. Your brain is trying to process what happened. But when you keep telling it, we are fine, move on, it gets stuck in a loop. The emotions don't go away. They just show up in other ways. If this is hitting home for you, if you've been telling people you're fine, while your body is telling you a different story, hit the like button. It helps other people who are struggling with the same thing to find this video. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, what does your version of I'm fine looks like? Are you the busy distractor, the fake optimist, or the silent sufferer? Let's be real together. I know this because I lived it. After my layoff, I became the queen of I'm fine. People would ask how I was doing, and I'd smile and say, great, actually, this is a great opportunity. Meanwhile, I was sleeping terribly and having panic attacks. But I kept that to myself because admitting I was struggling felt like admitting I was weak. I thought I could just power through and get another job quickly. None of the messy emotions would matter, but the harder I tried to suppress everything, the worse I felt. My confidence wasn't coming back. I was getting buried deeper under all the fake positivity. It took me a while to realize that my I'm fine strategy wasn't working. It was actually keeping me stuck. Here's what I discovered through studying NLP and learning about emotional release. Your emotions aren't your enemy. They are information. And when you don't let them complete their cycle, they get stuck. And so do you. Think about it this way. Losing your job isn't just losing a paycheck. You lost your daily routine, your professional identity, maybe relationships with colleagues you cared about. You lost the future you thought you were building in that role. That's a lot of loss. And loss needs to be grieved. When you skip the grieving process and jump straight forward to moving on, you're trying to build new confidence on a foundation that's still shaky. It's like trying to build a house on a ground that hasn't yet settled. But when you actually feel and process what happened, the disappointment, the anger, maybe even the relief, you create space for something new. You're not carrying all the unprocessed emotions in you to your next interview, to your next opportunity, to your next chapter. This is why part 1 is about creating closure. Not closure with your former employer. Closure with a version of yourself. That chapter of life, that identity you held in that role. One powerful way to do this is something I call a breakup letter to your job. Just like ending any significant relationship, sometimes you need to say what you never got to say. Maybe you're angry about how it ended. Maybe you're sad about what you'll miss. Maybe you're grateful for what you learned. All that is valid. And all of it needs to be acknowledged. When you give yourself permission to feel whatever comes up, without judgment, without rushing to fix it, something shifts. The emotions stop controlling you because you're not longer fighting them. You don't have to share this with anyone. You don't even have to keep what you write. This is about giving your emotions an exit strategy so they stop running the show from the shadows. Here's what I want you to understand. When you stop using all your energy to suppress how you feel, that energy becomes available for other things, like thinking clearly about what you actually want next, like showing up authentically in conversations and interviews, like making decisions from a place of clarity instead of fear. Processing your emotions doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. And real is what people connect with. Real is what builds genuine confidence, not the fake it till you make it kind that crumbles under pressure. When you acknowledge what this job loss meant to you, when you honor both what you've lost and what you've learned, you're not dwelling in the past. You're clearing the path to move forward with intention instead of reaction. So here's your part 1 truth. You don't have to be fine. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be honest about where you are right now. Your emotions about losing your job are not a detour from your comeback. They are part of it. Feel them, acknowledge them, let them move through you. Because of the other side of that process is the clarity and confidence you need to create what comes next. In part 2, we are going to start rebuilding by reclaiming your wins, rediscovering all the evidence of your value that job loss tried to make you forget. But first, you need to create space for that rebuilding by honoring what you've been through. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. Start building something better. Part 2 is waiting for you when you're ready. And take your time with this video. In part 1, I gave you permission to stop pretending you're fine. Please like this video and subscribe to get the full 7-part series, because we are just getting started on your comeback journey. And here's your homework. Comment below with one word that describes the emotion that you're trying to suppress. Just one word. Sometimes naming it is the first step for releasing it. Part 2 drops soon, if it isn't there yet, and we are going to start rebuilding by reclaiming your wins. I'll see you there, and remember, confidence after job loss, layoff or redundancy, your comeback starts here.